this is a pre-recording, so because I'm currently, I will be traveling back home. I'm probably watching this right now myself, so I'll be able to comment in the chat. I'm hoping this is going to work, because I don't want the whole live stream, which I'm doing a live stream right now as I'm recording it, to then fail on me. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to do some cooking. It is cooking Saturday, although right now for me it's what day is it? Wednesday, Tuesday? I don't actually know what day of the week it is. Monday. It's a Monday right now. So anyway, welcome in. We've got lots of chefs coming live throughout the day. I may have done the post that I may not have done. There's loads of stuff happening right now. And the reason, as I say, I'm not doing it live is because I'll be traveling back on the coach, because I'm going down to a family funeral. But I'm down in Devon for a couple of days, which is right on the south coast of England. If you get an image of the UK up, there's a little tail part, and it's right at the very bottom, just before Cornwall. So that's where I'm going. So I'll be coming all the way back up to Leeds. And I think the weather forecast at the minute is saying it's going to be really bad snow up north. So we shall see. I may not even make it home, depending on how bad it is. So we'll have to see. I have to keep an eye on the forecast. So what I'm going to be cooking today is I'm going to be cooking a simple. I wanted to do something like, what do you cook sort of as a Valentine's meal, but something that's quick, but something that's kind of easy, stuff you might have leftovers. And the simple solution was a cottage pie. It's one of my favorite dishes. You can make the pie up, you can freeze it, so if you're away, then whoever's wanting to eat can just easily warm it up in the microwave. Super quick. You can add so many flavors to it, and I've got loads of leftover vegetables, which is a reason why I chose it. So yeah, it's a great Valentine's meal. So yeah, should we get started then? I know other live streamers today. We've got Anne Rush, Brenda's coming live, Jay's coming live, and maybe Gemma. I'm not sure yet. I've not heard anything back from Gemma. So, but it will all be. Pop it in the comments if you know who's coming live, because as I say, this is a recording. So let's flip you around, and I'm using a different phone as well. So I don't know if you can hear me. Okay, that's great. But yeah, I'm also a little bit hungover from the weekend, as to why I've got my glasses on. So let's flip the camera around then, guys. We'll get cooking. Okay, have to mind the mess in this kitchen at the minute. So I'm just gonna spin you up. We're gonna prepare the vegetables first. I can't play any music, guys, because I didn't want the live stream to say shut off on YouTube. You know what YouTube's like. But yeah, I know that X is really popular as well at the moment. So you just have to make sure your hearts are switched on, and for it to be available to everybody. So let's cut up the carrots first. So yeah, and then I've got a few questions for you as well. I've got a few. I don't know why I'm looking to see the numbers on the screen, because I know no one's going to be watching it. Whilst I'm recording, that is. So anyway, yeah, but I've got some questions for you. Let's put the light on. Okay, I'm going to cut up these carrots. Just cut up the veg. You're not going to. You will see the final product, of course, because I will post a picture. I'll post a picture once it's all really cooked. So let's peel these carrots. So yeah, Valentine's Day. I can't believe it comes round super quick, doesn't it, each year? And there's also, you never know kind of what to cook for Valentine's Day. I think it's one of those, what I personally like to do, and I have done for the last couple of years, is a lot of supermarkets now do meal deals. Well, it's not a meal deal, but it's where you can buy, like a starter, a main, and a dessert. And then you get like a bottle of wine included. So that's kind of what I tend to do on Valentine's Day. It's just, you still have to cook it, but it's all kind of ready for you to either put in the oven, or it's just easy to prepare, isn't it? So right, I'm going to get rid of these carrot shavings. Can you all see this okay? I think the last time I did a YouTube live, I've got to be honest, but it's pre-recorded, this one, but last time I did one was when it was part of Patreon. So if you were part of the Patreon group, you would get the links, and then I would put the links onto the Patreon so you could watch them. So right, let's cut up these. So it's weird. The only thing I'm concerned about with YouTube is if you're doing this like a pre-live, which is what this is. If you can always download the videos, of course, but whether you can just then get them to schedule out on it. If it's working, obviously, then if you're watching this now on the right time and the right date, it's all working. So now with these carrots, try and cut them as thin as you possibly can. I'm putting them into rounds. Okay. I don't know if more carrots is best. I think I went for 2 carrots because you don't want to overfill the pie. And there's nothing to say as well. You could make some pastry with this and put all the ingredients into a pie. That would be really nice as well, and have it with some. You could either do the mash on the top if you wanted to, which I'm going to do, or you can do it separately and just do mash or roast potatoes, or there's so many ideas, or Yorkshire puddings. So right, they're a little bit small, so I'm just going to dice these up, just chop them up. So yeah, just to let you know, I went away this weekend. Went to see a concert, as to why I'm a little bit worse for wears. So yeah, it was a really good concert. It was a place called Holmfirth, and they have what's called a picture drome. So it's like a music hall. And I tell you what, I'd never been before, and it was such a great atmosphere. And the singer was a tribute act to Meatloaf, and yeah, it was really, really good. Sung all the songs, and then they had it was all live. You know, they played all the music live. They do other events as well, but we stayed in this really nice hotel, well, like an inn, and it was just on the outskirts. And if you're not sure where it is, it's probably closer to Manchester than it is actually Leeds, but it's still it's classed near Huddersfield. So yeah, it was very busy. It was packed out, and they've got all these bars and pubs. But their place, Holmfirth, is actually the place where they filmed Last of the Summer Wine, which I mentioned to Darby on the Mastermind group. And I know Darby said she really liked the Last of the Summer Wine. If you've never watched it, go and watch it, because it's when people didn't really know where Yorkshire was, a lot of people will know Last of the Summer Wine, because it was very popular. My nan would always have it on in the front room and be laughing away. Well, we'd all be laughing away because it was so funny. I don't know if they ever did any Christmas specials. I don't think they did. I'll have to have a look. But yeah, it's a really funny series. Right, I think. Oh, let's just get rid of that end. So in this, we're going to put carrots, leeks. Controversial, I think, leeks in a cottage pie. You all know the difference between cottage pie and shepherd's pie. It's the type of mince that the meat you use. So I'm sure you all know that. So tell you what, it's weird. It's weird talking. I know I'm talking to myself, but I know I do that anyway. And then you guys just comment in the. I never read the comments, as you know. So, but I will be I'm hopefully going to be in the comments. If I'm there, hi Aidan. Just say hi. Everyone say hi, Aidan. Saying hi to myself. Right, so that's the carrots. Let's pop these on a plate. I just find it easier to put everything on a plate, and then really should have put them in the pan, shouldn't I? But you know, I don't have a massive kitchen. So there's the carrots. Okay. Now let's do some more vegetables. Okay, I think next we'll do the onions. So now you could do this 2 different ways. I've done this 2 different ways. Just make some room, guys. you can use either a red onion or a white onion. Do you call it white onions or brown onions? I'm going to use, or you could use a bit of both. It just depends on how many you're cooking for, I think. Okay. I should say, by the way, the current time is just before 11 o'clock. I'm cooking this right early in the morning. I normally have a delivery. It's a bit frozen, that onion. So I just have to be really careful not to. It is actually frozen, but it should be all right. Take your skins off. So as I say, this video is just really to show you how to make it, but you then just put it in the oven. You know, it needs to obviously go in. Well, it can cook on the stove and then go into the oven for. We've not done the potatoes either yet. It's really just about preparing it all. Okay, so slice your onions up. A little bit frozen. I've never. It's got to thing when you cook frozen stuff. You've just got to be careful. If that slips. Don't want to be having any accidents. Most of it's all right, actually. Yeah, get the root in there as well. It's got all that flavour. Yeah, look, a little bit, just a little bit frozen. Doesn't matter though. In fact, if you actually put frozen veg into a pan, the steam will help the other vegetables cook, because a lot of the veggies, they will cook better if there's a little bit of moisture. That's if you want to put the lid over. Right, so that's the onions. So get that in there. So yeah, let me know as well in the comments what you're cooking today and where you'll be live streaming. Because at the moment I've not done the poster. Okay, so that's the onions. Red onions, as I say, work great as well. Okay, let's cut up some leek. Oh, I've also got some kale as well. So some leek. So we all know how to do leeks. Just cut your root off. I'm actually going to keep everything in now. I've normally cut off the leaf part, but it actually, just slice it down the centre. But everything needs to be really like cut. Yeah, small as you possibly can. So, and if there's any other, let me know in the comments as well what you like in your cottage pie. And I love leeks. I've got some cabbage as well, but you don't want to overflow it. I don't think I'm going to put the cabbage in. You can just serve that on the side if you want. Yeah, because there's quite a lot of leek there, and I've got some broccoli as well. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Oh, I love the smell of leeks. So again, I have to put it on the plate. Try not for it to spill. There we go. This is all going to go in the pan. I'm just going to do the potatoes now as well, and we'll get this on, and then I can cut anything else on the other side. Right, 1 minute, guys. Quick wash of my hands. Onion. Nothing worse than when you put onion. If you've got onions on your hands and then you put it in your eyes. Oh my gosh. Right then, potatoes. Now I've not got many potatoes either. So what I might do is I'm tempted just to do the mashed potatoes separate, but once it's done, you put it on the top of the filling. And I'm going to actually keep the skins on as well. So I've only got 3 potatoes here. Right. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Right, so let's cut these up. And you want to cut these really small. Okay, so small as you can. I do have the vegetable chopper, but I'm just gonna. We've got lots of time. But grab yourself a pen and paper. I want you to grab yourself a pen and paper because we're going to do a little bit of Valentine's quiz. Just some odd questions, nothing too much. Just chop these up. The reason I chop them up super small is because they then take they don't take as long to boil. And obviously cut off the skins if your potatoes are looking a bit not so nice, which I always would peel them. But if they're fine, then it all adds to the flavour. Now I've got some spring onions, but I'm thinking to add the spring onions and the kale to the potatoes instead of putting them in the mixture. It's taken a while to do this, but never mind. Sometimes the old-fashioned way is the best, isn't it? Right, I'm going to pop these in this saucepan here. Chop that one off. Okay. In that goes. Right, let's do these other two. Actually, I've got quite a lot, so I'm sure you're chatting amongst yourselves. Right, would you like? Shall I start with the first question? Now, I don't actually have any questions at the minute, so I'm going to have to get them on my other phone. I think YouTube is good for scheduled live streams, because then you know when I'm on, and when you go into YouTube you will see there might be some new people watching this, so I welcome anybody that's new. Do hit the like button. That does also help the push out this video, so make sure to like. And then if you're not watching me, of course, if you're new to watching me, hit the follow button, and yeah, you can subscribe on YouTube. I don't always, as I said, I don't always do live streams on YouTube or live like this directly through YouTube. Do mostly mine on TikTok or videos, and then I then post them onto YouTube from TikTok. So if you're a TikTok and you follow me from TikTok, let me know in the comments. Okay, I don't need to chop these up too small. Actually, it's going to be quite a lot of mash here, more than I thought. I've surprised myself. So yeah, as I was saying before about Holmfirth, where I went to, they have so many other acts on at the Picturedrome, so I'm considering going back there. And yeah, I think they have like David Bowie on, different. These are like singers who they're tribute singers, but they're like some of the best ones. The ones where they're, like if you go on holiday, or it's those sort of acts, but the professionals, if that makes sense. They're not just people who sing their songs, but they commit their career to their songs, and they do such a great job. And if they're selling out like places where these small villages and towns, it gets a lot of people into their sort of their nighttime economy, and yeah, it does help. The hotel was really nice as well. So they had a full English breakfast the next day, which was nice. It's just nice to treat yourself, isn't it? I think. And you can get some really good affordable deals as well in like January and February because it's out of season. So if you're lucky enough to get to England, have a look and go and see one of these shows. I know Brenda would because I know Brenda's comes to England. But yeah, get yourself booked into a. I'll let you know the details again if you were interested in. But it was a really nice hotel. Right then, so that is the potato. I'm going to fill this with some water. I'm not in a rush for the potatoes right now, so but fill it with some hot water or some cold water. Okay, and then I'm going to pop them on the stove. Put it with some salt. Right, let's get cooking, I think, because I've got some broccoli, but I can cut that up on the side. So let me just make some space. And then I've got some really nice ingredients, sauces and spices and things to go in. I can't lift this. These Le Crusoe pans. These are so heavy. Can I zoom in? No, I can't zoom in. Right. Right, 1 minute, guys. Make some room. Here's the mince that I'm using. I noticed that was inside. This is 5% beef fat. That was on there. Don't worry about the date. It's because of being in the fridge. Don't think, oh no, it's out of date. Right. Just making some room, guys. There we go. Oh, almost there. Right, so let's switch this on. Okay. So we're going to get our pan nice and hot. We're going to add some oil. Well, you don't really need to add any oil, but I like to add a little bit of oil. And then it's going to get nice and hot. Check now whether sometimes my hobs, you know, when you leave them on because you sort of turn it off at the mains rather than at the switch. I've done that before. Right, let's get this off. So first thing we're starting with is beef mince, as I say, and this is 250 grams. But as I say, if you're making more, if it's not just for yourself, if you're doing bulk cooking, okay, it does get really hot this quickly. So I'm going to get this in. I'm going to break it up. Yeah, you can always add more meat if you want to. Okay, so break up your mincemeat. I'm going to let all this cook first, and then I'll start to add in the carrots, the leeks, all the vegetables. But it's all going to cook anyway when it goes in the oven. I just like to make sure everything's nicely cooked. Okay, let's have some questions, I think. So I'll give you 5 questions now, and then we'll do another 5 questions if I remember. Okay. Oh, just had a missed call from someone. I don't know who that was. Right. So I'm going to do my quiz a little bit different today. Nothing too much, but I'm going to use a robot. So I want 5. I'll do 10 questions with answers. Now, sometimes the questions can be wrong, but we'll see. Right. So question number 1. Are we ready? Which Roman god is often associated with Valentine's Day? So which Roman god is often associated with Valentine's Day? I will give you 30 seconds on each one. So whoever's first, whoever gets the answer right gets 10 points. Well, actually, if you say the answer right before I give you the answer, and you knew the answer, you get the point. Okay. It's just taking a minute to heat up this. Okay. So think of the most popular thing you think about when it comes to Valentine's Day. Oh. Excuse me. Bless me. Bless me. Bless me. Yeah, bless me. Okay then. So the answer, well, if you said it in the comments, is Cupid. So the answer is Cupid. Well done if you said that one. Right, question number 2. In which country is Valentine's Day believed to have originated? In which country is Valentine's Day believed to have originated? So where was it founded? Where was it originated? Put your answers in the comments. It'll take a while for this beef to cook. You all got the answer right. I'll give you a clue if you're not sure. So think somewhere. You might be closer to this place than you think. You might be closer to this place than you think. Have you got it? Right, if you said the United Kingdom, I cannot accept the answer. If you said Scotland, that was also incorrect. Wales, also incorrect. Northern Ireland, incorrect. The answer I was looking for is England. Well done if you said England. Okay, question number 3. We'll do 5, and then, as I say, I'll chop up the rest of my vegetables. Right, which flower is traditionally associated with Valentine's Day? Which flower is traditionally associated with Valentine's Day? Which flower? I'm sure you've all got this one. You got it? Okay. So the answer I was looking for was, and you've got it. Well, I don't know if there's many different colours of this same flower, but the answer I was looking for was the red rose, which is obviously what we send Valentine's Day, is some roses. So red rose, if you said that, give yourself 10 points. Okay, question 4. What is the name of the famous love poem written by William Shakespeare? What is the name of the famous love poem? I can never say poem. Poem. Love poem. William Shakespeare. Now, you may know this one already. You may know it. You may have heard of it. You may. And hopefully, if Bill's watching this, hopefully you can read this to us. There's a famous poem, I said it right this time, by William Shakespeare. If you get it right, you get 10 points. Ooh, look at that beef. It's coming together quite nicely now. Okay, so the answer was Sonnet 18. Sonnet 18. And you'll most likely know it from the words, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Well done if you said that. Okay, question 5, your last one of this set. Which popular candy is often given as gifts on Valentine's Day? What popular candy is often given as gifts on Valentine's Day? Nice, easy one, that one, I think. Right, we'll come back to the other questions in a bit. Okay, how am I doing for time? I think I think I should be. I think I'm about halfway through so far, so I don't want to. I think we're all right for time. So yeah, we're halfway through the live stream or pre-recording. Yep. Oh, look at that. So you want your meat to be that sort of colour, so it's still got time to cook. But we're gonna. I actually do prefer to have all the red bits gone before I do add any extras in. Gives you a chance to get rid of that fat as well if you don't want it. So did you get the answer right, guys? Okay, so the answer was chocolate. Chocolate. I think they're quite easy questions though, I think. And I apologise if I know Darby likes to do a quiz, so if some of the questions are the same. But I don't think I've ever done a Valentine's quiz. I might have done one like not on a cooking Saturday because we did the candlelit dinner, didn't we? And I think Darby, you had some questions then, but it was a good theme, really good theme that. So I'm glad we chose the Valentine's theme. Okay, that looks good to me, guys. If you want to drain that fat off, then get yourself some paper towel, lift it off. I'm going to keep it in this time. I don't usually, but just because with a pie, you want to add that flavour. Okay, so now I'm going to add in the carrots. I'm going to add my onions in first. So get all your onions in. Leeks don't take long to cook, but I'm going to just add everything in now. Get your leeks in, your carrots, your onions, all your hard vegetables. I think there's a difference. There are soft vegetables, isn't there, and hard vegetables. So just get all that in there with the beef, and that's all going to just sweat down. Okay, put the colour on that. Doesn't that look nice? You could put a little bit more oil if you wanted to. Kale's going to go in with the potato mash and cabbage as well. Not the cabbage. Might put the cabbage. I might not do cabbage actually. I might cut a little bit up, but you could add anything in here like peas. Got some chopped up broccoli. I'll put a few little pieces of that in. But you want to just make sure everything sweats down now. If you wanted to do the veggies first, you can do. And then what we'll do is we'll add in. We're going to be adding some stock, some broth. You could have broth in here, or I've got some gravy granules. That's the one I'm using. That's Bramwell's for meat granules. So make that up. And then I've also got some mixed herbs as well. We're going to also add in some tomato ketchup, Worcestershire sauce, brown sauce, and if you've got any tomato puree, you could add that in as well. Oh, garlic. I forgot to add some garlic. Let's get the garlic in. Guys. I wondered what on earth was my coat had fallen down off the box that I've got in here, and I was like, what is that? It just moved. So the more garlic the better. More garlic the better. So I'm going to add about 4 to 5 cloves of garlic. So yeah, as I say, great thing about pie is you could just freeze it and warm it up. It'll last you a few days. I just love pottage pie. And it's such a great winter staple as well. It's full of nutrition, everything you need. Right, let me just find my garlic press. Do you know when you put things down and you can't find it? That is me today. That is so strange. I found it. I found it. I know Brenda likes this garlic press. This was from IKEA. It was only from IKEA. I think I only paid about £3 or £4 for it, but I went into IKEA a couple of weeks ago and I didn't see it. So add your garlic in. This smells so good. I always forget though, I've got a bigger pan, but I guess it does. Keeps me in control of how much food I cook, because I know I could cook. I could feed a family of about 10 people, the amount of food that I cook sometimes. But I prefer to make bigger meals, make the most out of, say, vegetables and things. So it might look like a lot, but it's healthy food. Oh, that smells really good with this garlic. And that's the reason I cut up all the veggies smaller, so that they take less time to cook. Plus, when you bite into, you don't want to bite into a huge carrot in the middle of your pie. Some do, but you know, you want it all to be evenly cooked. And then what I'll do is probably put the lid over the top of this and let it sweat down a bit. So you get your garlic in. Okay. It's so weird, I've got to admit, filming it without anybody actually there. But it is, you know, as I say, I'm doing this not live. I've got some more garlic, but that's enough, I think. You don't need to add too much. Right. Should get my potatoes on, so I'm going to start to boil them. Should have done that before. I can put a lid over the top. That really speeds things up. Right, let's add some broccoli. So I've just got some broccoli here. I'm just going to chop this up really fine and add it into the pan. 1 second, guys. So I'm going to really chop up this broccoli. If anything, you don't have to add the roots in, but just to add like this. You can see in my hands, it's going to fall on the floor, but just break it up. Just add it into your pie, into the pan. You see how all that fat is just being absorbed into the veggies, so it's not burning the pan. But we will be adding some liquid in here soon. It smells really good. Just going to do the same again with the cauliflower. Just chop it up nice and small. There we go. And in it goes. Just use it really, whatever you've got. Saves it going to waste. But if I don't make a cottage pie with my veg, what I like to do is make a soup. It's the same sort of principle really, but without the meat. Sweat down your veggies. Right. 1 second, guys. As I say, it's really early. Well, not really early, but this is the time I usually get my parcels, so I keep having to listen out to any parcels that might arrive. Let me know in the comments what time your delivery, your sort of deliveries turn up. Because, well, Amazon can come at any time because they never give you a specific time, do they? But really, my parcels come between sort of 11 it's between 11 and 12:30. excuse me again. Sneeze. Oh, sorry about that. Tried to sneeze away from the food. Worst thing, isn't it? This time of year, you don't just get allergies, and it's still cold weather. So if you didn't get a cold during Christmas time, you might get it in February, and then if you got hay fever, and there's just all sorts of stuff going around. So this is another reason why eating vegetables, and you sort of want to hope that it keeps the doctor away. Oh, this smells so good. So I hope the camera's picking this up well, but if not, right, let's add also some herbs. I love mixed herbs. Mixed herbs I love with vegetables, and I like to add it to my mashed potato, and oh, so many good things. So adding a few, just while there's a little bit of moisture in there. Just makes it really fragrant and fresh. Mint's a good one. Any spices or herbs, just get them in there. I do like mixed herbs because just everything's there in the bottle. So they don't worry too much about sweating everything down too much, because it's going to go in the oven anyway. But you want it for a good 15-20 minutes, or even a little bit longer if you can. It smells really nice. And add all your vegetables in there. Okay, I've only got about 20 minutes left, so I could schedule this like 20 minutes before if I need extra time. So I'm going to give it another 5 more minutes, and then, in fact, now we're going to start. We'll add some Henderson sauce in. So this is like Worcestershire sauce. Henderson sauce is, everyone has Liam Perrins, but I like Henderson sauce because it's made in Yorkshire. It's like a Yorkshire sauce, isn't it? So we'll call it Yorkshire sauce. South Yorkshire sauce. Get that in. It'll also help with the to bring out the flavours, and yeah, it smells really good. So yeah, let me know if you, well, once you see the final picture, which I'll post somewhere where you can find it. Probably be on, it'll be on the group, the main group. Post your pictures as well today if you can do, so I can see them all. I'll try my best to watch them all, but as I say, we're currently travelling on a coach as I'm watching this. I'm just trying to think, where would I be? I think I get to Birmingham, which is in the Midlands, West Midlands, at around about 3 o'clock. So that, I will probably be in Birmingham right now watching this. It's 3 o'clock. I think so. Yeah, 3 o'clock. Yeah, UK time. Oh, this smells really good. Right, we're also going to add now some, if you've got tomato puree, add that in. I'm going to use tomato ketchup. So basically it's just your sugar, isn't it, you're adding here. So add your tomato ketchup in there. We're going to add some brown sauce, also known as HP sauce. So this has got water, barley. You can pick these up from most like British shops. So get that in there. And what you're doing is you're thickening this up to create like a ragu sort of style with the meat and the vegetables. And you're sort of thickening it up, this mixture. The reason you do that is so when it's, well, even though it's in the pan, you can do it with a pie. Very good for pies. You're getting all that flavour. But if you were doing a pie, you don't want it too liquidy. So you've got all that flavour packed in there with the vegetables, and yeah, it smells really good. Worcester sauce is a little bit of those flavours, but it's like balsamic vinegar, but a different taste. But you've got can get to your nose. It goes up my nose. And then another ingredient you would use also is flour. So if you're finding there's a lot of liquid, you could add some water to this actually. And I've just added that in, but I'm going to add a little water just for another 5 minutes. Just a tiny bit of water to stop it from, I mean literally like that much. That's it. Because you're losing that moisture, you see, when it's cooking. But you would add some flour to that. Right, I'm just going to, I'll be literally a minute, less than a minute. Right, okay, I'm back, guys. See how it's thickening up now? It smells really nice. Right, I'm going to put my kettle on a minute, and then what I want to do, I might add some tomatoes to this as well, which I don't normally do. But I've just got some tomatoes. Let's get them in. Great way to use up your vegetables. Now, is a tomato a fruit, or is it a vegetable? That's not a question. I think, is it because it's got seeds? If there's seeds, I don't usually add tomatoes, but it will actually give a nice little flavour in here. Or peppers is another good one to add as well. Peppers, red peppers. Oh, smells good. Right, I'm going to put my kettle on. I'm going to give you the other questions in just a minute, guys. So, are you ready for some more questions? Okay, question number 6 then. Sorry if the kettle's on in the background. Hope you can hear me then. Okay, what is the traditional colour associated with Valentine's Day? What is the traditional colour associated with Valentine's Day? So that's question number 6. Pop your answers in, guys. Nice easy one, I think. And you keep stirring this. What my mum used to actually do when she made cottage pie is she would just make the mixture up, put it on the plate, and then have the mashed potato on the side. So you can do it that way if you want to. If you don't want to put it all in the actual dish. Or even have to put the oven on, because that can cost a fortune. I might not bother with the crispy part. I might just have this for my lunch actually, because I'm having an early night tonight, because I've got to be up super early in the morning. I find that if I eat too early, if I eat too late, should I say, then it just makes sense to eat earlier. But with the mash, as I say, you've got the kale, the spring onions, you could have the cheese, some cream or milk, salt and pepper and butter. So you can do that separately. I'll post all the pictures up. You'll see the picture. Right then, the answer is red. If you said red, give yourself 10 points. Question number 7. Sorry for the background noise. Which Saint Valentine is Valentine's Day named after? Which Saint Valentine is Valentine's Day named after? This is quite a tricky one, I think. Right, I'm going to add the liquid in next. Okay, so there's 2 ways you can do it. You can put the water into the pan, or put it into a jug. I'm going to do mine in a jug. So Did you get the answer right? Did you get the answer right? So 1 or 2 teaspoons. I like it quite thick. And then put the water on. So the answer was Saint Valentine of Rome. Well done if you said Rome. So in here I've just got half a pint, maybe a little bit more actually. Last time I added too much and then it spilled over in the oven. So Saint Valentine of Rome. Give that a stir. And then we're going to add this in. It's starting to burn. You know when it's ready because it starts to burn on the bottom. That's it. So get your broth in there, your beef broth. Oh, look at that. Now this will need to simmer for a good probably 5-10 more minutes. So I hope you do make this. And then what you would do, as I say, is pop your mashed potato on the top and then put it in an oven. But if you want to just leave it on the stove, that's fine. Maybe add a little bit more water to it if you're doing it that way. But it'll all come together. This is the same sort of mix, as I say, for a pie. If you're making a nice pie, you can add this mixture to it. I will post a picture up because we've only got 10 more minutes, less than 10 more minutes, so we'll finish the quiz. I'm just trying to think, you could add some red wine stock to this as well if you wanted to. So there's lots of things you can do with this, but you could add mushrooms if you're a fan of mushrooms. You don't want to overfill it, that's the thing, because if you overfill it, then I'm going to add a little bit more water though to this. 1, 2, just because I'm cooking it on the stove, you see. A good mix. I think I'm going to put the lid on the top of this. I'm just thinking as well, you could add chicken to this as well. I'm just thinking like a chicken and gravy with vegetable pie. That would absolutely be gorgeous. And have a little taste, salt and pepper as well, a little bit of sugar, but that's in the tomato ketchup. So yeah, that is it pretty much, guys. I will post a picture. You get a cabbage, as I say. It's just one big hearty meal. Okay, let's have another question. We'll finish this off. Question number 8. In which year did Hallmark first produce Valentine's Day cards? In which year did Hallmark first produce Valentine's Day cards? And I'll give you a clue. They would not have sent these on the Titanic, but pretty close. Well, I mean because the time of the date, the year, sorry, not because of what happened on the Titanic, of course. But you would not have got these on the Titanic. But it was very close to the year. Okay, did you get it? So the answer is 1913. 1913. 1913. So a year after the Titanic. Okay, question 9. What is the name of the Roman fertility festival that some historians believe Valentine's Day originated from? And I'm going to give 20 points for this question. If you get this one, 20 points if you get it correct. What is the name of the Roman fertility festival that some historians believe Valentine's Day originated from? I'm thinking as well with this, you could add spinach. Add some spinach to this. Add your other. Look at that, guys. guys. It smells really nice, this. Really looking forward to this. Okay, so the answer was, and I'm going to probably say it wrong, Lupercalia. 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 And your last question for 10 points. Which bird is associated with love and often mentioned in Valentine's Day folklore? Which bird is associated with love and often mentioned in Valentine's Day folklore? Right, I'm going to put a lid over that now, guys, because it's thickened up as much. And I'm also going to turn it down a bit. So on goes the lid. Here we go. That's going to really nicely cook. And I'll just spin you around. I'm charging my phone at the same time, so it's nice to be able to charge my phone again from the wire. Where are we? There we go. Flip the camera. Can I do it that way? Sorry, guys. Flip. I've forgotten what to do now. Did I tap it? Double tap. Nope. I can't remember how I did it. 1 second. There's no option to flip. Oh, there we go at the bottom. So it's all different, you see, on YouTube. Oh, the answer. Would you like the answer to the question? Here we go. So the answer was, did you get it right? The dove. The dove. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. And it won't always be this way. I'll be live as best I can. But if you ever wanted to try it this way and you can't make a live stream, or you know someone that would like to take part in Cooking Saturday, and they've got access to YouTube Live. I think it's open to everybody, I believe. But if they can do it, then record it or even upload it to YouTube and then set it as a scheduled post. So when it goes live, then we can be in the chat as well. So, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed today's Cooking Saturday. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there, and add your scores up, by the way. Pop them in the comments. But yeah, that's it. It's going to be so weird watching myself back. But thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting the Cooking Saturdays. We'll continue it obviously into March. We'll continue it until we decide we don't want to cook anymore. But we'll keep going with it. If you've got any suggestions of themes, let me know as well in the group. But yeah, it's weird because I'm talking to myself, but I know you're there in the background, of course. So, and X as well is really getting very popular at the minute. So you can share it onto a group. If you want me to share your link, let me know going forward. I'll try and mention something before this Saturday so I can share it, and I can then post it to the group, and you might get, I think there's about, it was the one Jay was part of that invited me in. Yes, so Jay, if you're watching this, to share out the links to that group, and they might then get some more people joining us if you're on X, of course. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you all in the next one, and if you're new, hit the follow button at the top, little bell for notifications of when I upload new videos, of course, or go live. And I will see you. And don't forget to like. I'll see you in the next one. So yeah, have a good. I'll post a picture. Take care, guys, and thanks for watching. Best of luck. Bye for now.